Hello, welcome to the Motorsports Xfinity Series live here, racing from Richmond International Raceway. Some short track racing under the lights here on a lovely Sunday night. I'm looking ready to Richmond International Raceway for very first season at Motorsports Xfinity Series. Up here in the booth is myself, Chris Cameron, also fellow commentator Stephen Gale. Stephen, how you doing tonight?
Fantastic, my friend.
Alright, well, it's always good to hear, of course. And in the last few seconds of qualifying here, so Justin Wilson, in his return back, he actually missed the chase after being inactive the last couple weeks and missing them, unfortunately. But he's now back racing tonight, but out of the chase, so you're back out of the championship hunt. Unfortunate for him, but coming back in style with putting that number 58 machine on the pole, it looks like here. As you wait for these guys to start gridding up here to go through our LCTV starting grid. And as they do, I'll give a quick shout out to some of the Motorsports Xfinity Series sponsors here at Paparazzi's Accessories, along with Suicide Awareness. And last but not least, the final sponsor of the Motorsports Xfinity Series here, Randy's Wraps. So it looks like these guys are starting to grid up here and go take you through the LCTV starting grids. On pole, as I mentioned earlier, with a 20.553 is Just Wilson and number 58 machine to his outside. Jim Mott in the 3. Row 2, we have Hilton in the 38 and Chase Berry in the 11. Row 3 tonight, we have John Vazella in the 4. Ricardo Guzman started in P6 with the number 5 entry. Started in P7. SC Gates on his outside. We go to Roy Atchison. And then running out the field here tonight, we have Michael Dal Sala in the number 9 machine, and then we have the number 50 of Jeffrey Meyer. So that'll round out your field here tonight for Motorsports Xfinity Series. Let's complete their first pace lap here and go on to their second. 125 laps around this 0.75 mile speedway. Stage 1 and on lap 25, caution should be thrown, top 10 get points. Stage 2, lap 50. Now, and the stages, then we go to the final stage. Looks like a little track info here before we take the green flag. 0.72 miles, 4 turns, of course, 194.59 degrees, 59 feet. Here, 67-degree track temperature, located in Richmond, Virginia. And track weather here tonight, 67 degrees, 2 mile an hour wind direction to the north, 100% humidity, 0% fog, partly cloudy sky conditions. Space car is in. We're ready to get this race underway here for some short track Richmond racing under the lights. The green flag is out. We're underway here from Richmond.
Good start from 50. He's going to pretty much get clear of the 3, most likely through turn 1. And he is. At the stage, almost 0.3 wide. The 11 backs out.
Side by side, as I showed, they go into turn 3. Jim Mott already now losing another spot to the 38 machine. It's now John Vazella took his nose underneath there, trying to look for that position. Side by side going into turn 1. Oh, contact from the 11 and the big wreck. Caution flag comes out already on lap 2. Chase Berry goes around sideways. He managed to save it, but he got a lot of people involved. Roy Atchison, number 5 machine, Ricardo Guzman involved as well. And it looks like a little bit of payback here from Chase Berry. Short track tempers already flaring here on lap 2. There's already quite a bit of damage for these 4 or 5 or so cars. Let's take a look back at what happened there. Starting to go into turn 1, contact between the 13 and the 11 machines, then the 11 machine sideways and into traffic behind. So we're going to go on board now with the number 13 machine here. You see it going off front straight away behind the 11. And just, yeah, braked a little bit too late or something there and ended up sending that car around. As we're going to take a look here from the eye in the sky. You see, I just got finished turned. And then, actually, maybe it looks like a bit of net code. Can't quite tell, but either way, I think Sheedy Gates probably would have gotten into the back of him anyhow. I think with the 5 and the 88, really nowhere to go. They both pile in, but other than that, not too much severe damage. Of course, again, these guys don't have fast repairs, so it's going to be pretty tough to recover from that damage. But, I mean, it is a short track, so it's not like it's the end of the world too much.
That is true. Damage, it doesn't really play a major part. Well, depending where. Other than that, it's just still going to suck for that team.
These guys all going to head down pit road for the most part. You see the number 9 machine kind of on pit road on the 50. The guys who are not involved with the incident, Jeffrey Meyer and Michael Della Sala, CZ Gates, of course, down pit road along with Atchison, Ricardo Guzman, and Chase Berry, all getting some pit stop service. Actually, Chase Berry's going to go a lap down here, try to get some repairs done on that number 11 entry. So, tough work for him already here, only on lap 2. He's going to get a bit sideways and out of control.
It'll be a very exciting night if we already have stuff like this happening.
Indeed.
And able to update the stages are lap 25 and lap 50. Those will be stage 1 and 2. And the rest is stage 3.
Physical lights are out, ready to go. Stack them up, back double file here. As
Chase Berry's back out.
I goes Hilton Young to the outside, and that tied ride on the outside of Justin Wilson. Really good run for Hilton Young so far early in the early going here.
And that outside line starting is just not very good at all. You can tell the three went back a couple spots, and he's back on the outside to start this restart. So.
As pace car ready back there, he'll have turned down back onto pit lane. As there it goes, and these guys get going here, back up the full song here once again for some more Richmond racing. Green flag's out, just Wilson on the gas. Has a pretty good advantage over the 38 machine on the restart.
Oh yeah, amazing start. He's a pro. We see the 4. He's going for that second spot.
Jonathan Zella to the inside of Hilton Young. Lost last week on fuel mileage. Oh, almost some contact there. Between the 3 machine and the 38, but very close racing. But managed to make it work. As now, oh, there's some more contact right there to 3 up into the side of the 38 machine. As oh, payback. And a stack up behind as Hilton Young did not appreciate the body slam down the front straightaway by Jim Ott. Got back to his rear bumper and gave him a nice shot in the rear end. Got him a little bit sideways, dented in the rear bumper, and it caused a stack up from behind, which caused Jeffrey Meyer a ton of positions and some rear end damage, and front end damage, looks like, actually. So more short track racing tempers flaring here, and really going.
The 9 got hit into the wall. They pretty much have massive damage. Probably will have to call it quits tonight unless he wants repairs at all from all that incidents happening early in turn 3.
As that CZ Gates looking to try to go underneath Hilton Young for that 4th position. They're side by side coming off turn 2 down by Sherwood. They're still side by side. Oh, almost some contact there between 13 and 38. There's now 10 laps are in the books. We still have 15 laps to go here until the end of stage 1. As now Ricardo Guzman trying to defend the position from Chase Berry. However, it's not for position as Chase Berry is a couple laps down after getting the repair, or 1 lap down, excuse me, after getting those repairs done. So he'll get the free pass here on the stage caution here not too long from now. But nevertheless, working his way around the 5 on track.
It looks like Chase Berry's still pretty fast, even with that incident earlier. So he still is a threat, given the moment.
Now it looks like trying to get around the number 38 machine, Hilton Young. Looks like he'll easily go down the inside, take that position away from him, or track position at least. Again, not battling for position. Oh, it gets loose in turn 1. Has a bit of a power slide, manages to regain control. Nice job to save that car. Without the back down on the inside of him here.
that could also be that damage playing a part in that as well, because there's a good amount of rear damage. They got fixed, but yeah, I don't think it's fully fixed yet. But
Yeah, healthy none. You saw right there already. Not that long of a run. He already got tight as he got pinched down to the inside. You're going to see that a lot here tonight. Guys is trying to make a run of the inside, but it's pretty much impossible because you're really, really, really tight. And unless you make contact with the guy to slow him down or move him out of your way or something along those lines, it's really hard to pass. So unless you pass in the outside lane. But currently, Jess Wilson, the pace of the field, less than 10 laps to go here in stage 1. Out of the chase early because he missed last week at Las Vegas and missed the week prior at Indianapolis. So, championship favorite has won 8 races so far this season out of the chase for the championship, but nevertheless, he's still proven himself here. Currently dominating so far here at Richmond after 16 laps completed.
you see Justin Wilson just pulling away for to win this stage. As you still see a decent fight with the, as Jeffrey pulled away, now he's trying to go out to 38 to take the 5th spot away to get some decent stage points.
As now to a 3.5 second lead is Justin Wilson over John Fazella, who's finished the favorite for the last 3 weeks in a row. Chase started it, and his speed came out of nowhere. He won at Darlington, beating out Justin Wilson, then won at Indianapolis, coming down to the end, almost losing the race on fuel mileage. Last week at Las Vegas was a dominant car until Jeffrey Meyer and Roy Atchison pulled some fuel strategy to come 1-2 in that race, and he still managed to pick up a podium finish in 3rd, but not the favorite here tonight, as that is the number 58 machine. Just Wilson currently pacing the field out to a 4.2 second gap.
So the battle for 5th, see 50 of Jeffrey Meyer to get past Hilton Young there. It will take that 5th spot away.
Yeah, you get kind of caught up in that payback / stack up between the 38 machine and the 3. Got a little bit of nose and rear end damage, but again, short track racing shouldn't bother him that too much. As caution is out. Not quite sure what exactly for.
Maybe an early stage ending? Oh, it's denied.
Michael De La Sala having some issues. I was wondering if it was that. But anyhow, that'll end the stage, it looks like. I saw the tire marks coming off turn 2, now so I put 2 and 2 together there. But, yeah, it just got really loose and power slid for a while, but couldn't quite hang in hard on the inside while he goes. Rear tire left off the ground, so that'll pretty much guarantee the end of his night here. He's still on pit road trying to get repairs done to that machine, but not really much chance of doing that. But however, this will end the stage, but it'll end under caution, which means now anybody who stays out will be getting the stage victory. So Roy Atchison currently staying out here. He is in 1st place, so that means he'll pick up the stage victory here.
And Chase Bear will get his lap back. The only way to pass Justin Wilson is to beat him off pit road.
So is he going to come around here, Roy Atchison will? Actually, he's going to head to pit road, so I guess he's going to give up the stage victory to pit, so that'll give the stage victory back to the number 58 machine, Justin Wilson.
Justin Wilson will win the race off pit road.
And that will pretty much give him the stage victory here. He's just going to back through right here for the final time in stage 1. Under caution, of course, behind the pace car, but
Chase Berry's also down pit road doing his stuff and potentially getting more damage fixed.
So they just Wilson across that finish line. Let's get the 2-degree signal. He'll win stage 1 here from Richmond. Just Wilson, stage 1 winner. So already showing that he's again the fastest, but can't be championship favorite if you're not in the chase anymore. So fortunately for him, again missed the last 2 weeks, and that will cost him a shot at the championship. But nevertheless, he can try to pick up double-digit victories. He's already up to 8. If he wins here tonight, that'd be 9. And he's got one more to get to 10, but as I believe the pace car lights will go off this time. We'll get back to green flag racing here. Currently under the second caution flag of the night for number 9 machine this time going around. As again, the pace lights are out. We're going to stock him up. Double file once again here. Just Wilson with the field to the green flag here for the 3rd time tonight. And so Tom Villa, who's outside, to try to challenge him for that position. But we'll see what happens here in stage 2. Look through your stage results here. Just Wilson first, up until 2nd, Jim Mott 3rd, Cheesy Gates 4th, Jamar 5th, Hilton on 6th, Ricardo Guzman 7th, for Atchison 8th, Chase Berry 9th, and Michael De La Salle on pit road. Total laps done already in P10. His pace car is off. Ready to go back. Green flag here from Richmond. Justin Wilson on the lap power. Green flag here once again from Richmond. Amazing jump by the number 58 machine. Justin Wilson gets way out in front. Battery set for the 4 of Jonathan Zella, who's now going to fall all the way back to 4th place. He's going to get passed by Jim Hall and CJ Gates. Now side by side behind him, a little bit of contact between the 38 and the 50. And then Ricardo Guzman has way up the racetrack. Chase Berry go down low to take that spot from him. And up front, it's all just Wilson and Jim Mott.
Again, an outside line starting on the restarts just kills you, and it's proved it before. He dropped back a couple spots because of it. Chase Berry is moving up through the field from starting pretty much last there.
And he kind of got lucky with that caution. Oh, I would say lucky, but it was a stage caution anyhow. But he managed to use that caution to his advantage, get his lap back. Because now he's trying to work his way around the outside of Hilton Young. As very close. 38 gets tight, size of the racetrack almost into him. So now just ahead of them, you got Jeffrey Meyer underneath the 4 machine, trying to contend for that 4th position. Looks like he'll take a spot right away from John Mazzella. As now Chase Berry, all over bumper of the 4 machine, going to try to look to the outside. And now it looks like he'll try to cross him over, go down to the inside of the Lego machine wheel. Get up alongside him, take that 4th spot, or excuse me, 5th spot away. And get inside the top 5. Chase Berry into P number 5. And 30 laps are completed here. Again, stage 2 will end on lap 50, so not much time left already, as Chase Berry in that battle number 11 machine will come into the top 5. And just Wilson out to a 8.5 second lead, it looks like. Or 8 tenths second lead.
Yeah, it looks like Chase Berry is going to pretty much just stay in 4th here at the moment, because of the fact that, again, Justin Wilson is pulling away from Jim Mott. No one can stop Justin today. Looks like he's going to be much dominant this race. Looks like he's going to take it stage 2 as well at this rate, and nothing happens to him.
Yeah, my apologies there. I thought Chase Berry was going to get into 5th, but he's really now in 4th, so. Currently 2.1 second lead now for Justin Wilson. He's going to come across the finish line this time by and take the 15 to go here at the end of stage 2. As Chase Berry, though, he's rolling in. Jeffrey Meyer doesn't take very long for him to do that. He's catching Jeffrey Meyer in a hurry here to try to take that podium spot here for stage 2. Comes off turn 2 with that big head of steam. And we'll look to try to find a way around Jeffrey Meyer here for that 3rd spot. To the inside he goes to Jeffrey Meyer. Just barely now up into P number 3. Jeffrey Meyer looking for the try to pull the crossover, but does not have quite enough momentum to do so. So Chase Barrow looking to be a pretty big threat here, even though he already has damage pretty early on here. Already up into third, very fast. Race car is almost maybe a bit of contact there between him and the 50 machine and Jeffrey Meyer. But gets a little bit squirrely, manages to gather back up. So Jeffrey Meyer now looking back down low to try to hit that spot back from him. Looks like the 11 machine has a huge shot to see him off the corner. So the side across the line. 50 has it at the line. And now Chase Barrow going to get past, but he's going to try to pull the crossover here on Jeffrey Meyer for this third position. It's a heck of a battle. It's not looks like Chase Barrow hit that spot back. As now these guys racing extremely hard. Jonathan Zella now up into this fight.
This is battling is good for the 4. He's going to catch up to the 50 and then potentially can get that 4th spot away from Jeffrey Meyer here.
Less than 10 laps to go now in stage 2. These guys all jockeying for position from a third on back. All 5.5 seconds behind race leader Justin Wilson, who has a 2-second gap over second place Jim Ott, with just 8 laps to go here in stage 2. As Jonathan Zell now making a mirror full of Jeffrey Meyer. Right in the rear bumper of him.
Pretty battle, but this is good for Chase Barrow. You can get him a chance to get away from those two battling. And it looks like Jim Mott is going to secure pretty much his place second, if nothing pretty much happens to him as well.
Kind of up to just 5 laps to go here in stage 2. A huge run for John Fazella at the inside of Jeffrey Meyer. He goes for that position. This is position number 4. Going to get that spot easily. Jeffrey Meyer, I think, let's let him go there. He knew he was faster and let him go on by here. So now John Fazella, number 4, going to go into P4. As we just have 4 laps to go. It's the triplet 4. As this also going to come across the finish line now. 3 laps to go here in stage 2. Now it looks like Ricardo Guzman going to go a lap down here to Justin Wilson right before the end of stage 2. So he'll be pretty much guaranteed the lucky dog here, as long as nothing happens. So 2 to go now in stage 2. And it's all the number 58 machine out front.
Alright, no one can stop that Power 58 machine.
Oh, and the outside wall goes for Ricardo Guzman. Just went a lap down. Now going to hit the outside wall, make pretty heavy contact, and continue to kind of struggle here in this set of tires. Just really looking forward to that caution as we're on the final lap now of stage number 2. Chris Wilson's going to come off of turn 2, back on the back straight over here for the final time in stage 2. Work his way through 3 to 4, come across the finish line. He will win stage 2 and try to pull the cycle here once again, winning all 3 stages. He's now across on lap 50. Now we just wait the caution flag. There it is. And that'll be stage number 2 victory going to Justin Wilson.
A dominant performance so far, pretty much every other lap but one. The only chance they have a chance of beating Justin Wilson is again at pit road, or if he messes up a restart, which he has never done really, that's your chance to pass him.
Yeah, dominant so far, leading 48, or excuse me, 49 now of 50 laps completed. So take a look at your stage results here. Jess Wilson picks up the stage victory, as we mentioned. Jim Mott going to come second. Chase Berry third. Jonathan Zella fourth. Jeff Meyer your top five. Hilton Young sixth. CJ Gates seventh. Roy Atchison eighth. Ricardo Gutzman one lap down in ninth. And Michael De La Salle is already behind the wall. He'll finish 10th in stage number 2 to pick up that one bonus point. It's now Field going to head down pit road, led by none other than Justin Wilson. These guys going to roll on into their pit stalls here.
It looks like a great stop for Justin Wilson so far.
Off the road first for number 58 machine. Chase Berry going to come out roaring in second, followed by Jim Mott, Jonathan Zella, CJ Gates. Great pit stop by Chase Berry. Going to come off in position number 2, so gained 2 spots on pit road. Or, excuse me, 1 spot on pit road. That's number 3 machine of Jim Mott.
The outside line though, pretty deadly on the restart.
As the mission just Wilson run up a stars here. We're going to get the 1 to go signal here. Pit lights will go out. We're going to stack them up double file here once again. With just Wilson and Chase Berry now on the front row. And when they come back around and take the restart, it'll be 70 laps to go here from Richmond. Go the way down the back straightaway here. Ready to get back going. Green flag here. Space car going to thrown down on the pit lane. There it goes, and just Wilson in the field back to the green flag here. And the restart zone. Green flag zone right here once again from Richmond. Pretty good restart.
Start from 58, man.
Chase Berry, though, with a pretty good restart. Probably the best we've actually seen on the outside so far. All maybe besides Jim Mott on the initial start, but the great restart did not come with the great turns 1 and 2. Now looks like the 3 machine Jim Mott going to go down low, take that spot from him pretty easily for position number 2 for Jim Mott now. Back where he was before the stage. As now Chase Berry going to try to race aggressively. She's pretty good on the middle run. Kind of falls off the long run, but it's pretty good on the middle run, I guess you could say. So look forward to that. Of course, we're already up to a half-second lead. It's the number 58 machine of Justin Wilson. Meanwhile, back in the battle for the top 5 spot. Jeffrey Meyer trying to reel in Jonathan Bozzella. Again, that's for position number 5. Jonathan Bozzella under pressure from that number 50 machine. Oh, GJ Gates. Big time loose off turn 2.
It cost him a ton of time there.
Not how much as it could have, though. Great save by GJ Gates right there. Hold on to that race car and hold on to the top 5 spot for now. He's currently in 5th place, but
And Justin Wilson is pretty much, again, gone from the 2nd place position.
60 laps in the books here. With 65 laps to go, so only a couple laps here will be halfway. It's now just Wilson through turns 3 and 4. Back across the stripe, he'll now pick up 60 laps led so far in this one.
We're going to have a battle for 5th here against CJ and Jeffrey. Almost contact with the 50. He's going to lose the time there, try to get past the 13, but not going to happen this time.
Here's Jeffrey Meyer, the huge head of steam to the inside of CJ Gates. So we gotta get to the inside left corner panel. Off turn 2. Oh, gets loose again. CJ Gates goes down the racetrack in front of Jeffrey Meyer. Will get that spot up, so he'll fall back to 6th place now. But great save once again by him. And that cost Jeffrey Meyer a bit of nose damage and some time as well.
Oh, yeah, big time.
As we're a little bit past halfway now. I'm going to take a look quickly at your race summary now. 5 laps completed, 60 laps to go. We've had 2 lead chances so far, 3 cautions for 13 laps. And as always, it's time to make our race sprinter predictions, which I think we were pretty bold not to pick Justin Wilson. So I guess I'll go first, of course, and I'll pick Justin Wilson. So.
Well, I guess I'll just pause second all race. But other than that, Justin Wilson's definitely most likely, if nothing screws him over, we'll probably win this race.
Now he's still lurking back there 2 seconds back, but I mean that's the 8 car on rails right now. He's dominating this race so far. He won the Richmond race earlier in the season, which was actually not broadcasted. One of the only race NASCAR for Xfinity Series not broadcasted due to lack of people not showing up, so. But he did, in fact, come on top on that one, but this one under the lights and broadcasted in the chase, and just Wilson, one of the drivers not in the chase because he missed the last 2 weeks to Indianapolis and Las Vegas, unfortunately, but out here putting on an amazing showing here as we turn on to lap 70 here, and he's now led 68 laps.
We do know that they have to pit at least one more time because the fuel they won't have enough, but it's going to be very gambling and probably short pitted. Enter could actually steal the win from Justin Wilson.
As you mentioned, that just Wilson, I believe, got a little bit loose right there in 3 and 4. Looks like he had a bit of a wobble, but nothing too serious, and of course, not going to cost him that much time as he's still 2 seconds out of Jim Ott, but same pace at 2 seconds as Jim Ott, so he's done a nice job pretty much staying consistent for the most part. Chase Berry still back there in 3rd, 3 seconds back. And then a bit of a gap at Jonathan Bozzella, 5.5 seconds back, 7.5 seconds, almost 8 seconds back to the 5th place Jeffrey Meyer. As you see CJ Gates, Hilton Yun in 7th, Atchison in 8th, Ricardo Guzman 2 laps down, currently in 9th. And my machine, of course, put it behind the wall 60 laps ago, but smooth sailing with an F8 machine up front. Oh, caution. Caution flag is out. It's out for the number 13 machine. I see the gates are right on the back straightaway. And I believe got into the inside wall. That'll bring out on the 4th caution flag here tonight.
This is pretty much almost blow away. I'm pretty sure strategy here for a pretty much field match, but I don't know. Don't hold my word for that.
Let's look back what happened to him here. And again, turn 2 and gonna bite another driver here. Looks like he just came off the corner, got really tight. Got into the outside wall. Not heavy contact, but it was enough to get the car extremely loose. He locked it down, tried to keep it off the inside wall, but makes heavy contact with the inside wall. Gonna go around for a spin to the back straightaway there. I mean, he's pretty much struggled much of the night, so tough break for him so far in this one. But we'll take a look now. On board number 13, Budweiser Chevrolet. See, this is the wall. Then he's on the brakes, locks it down, but not much room to save it here at Richmond. So pretty heavy contact with the inside wall, and that will pretty much end his night of trying to gain any more spots, because that's significant damage to that 13 machine. But everybody's gonna head down pit road here. Gabzel off pit road first.
And now the 2-tire stop.
Chase Berry off second. Jess Wilson off third. Jim Ott off fourth. Hilton Young, we're on Atchison. And looks like Jeffrey Meyer gonna roll off last off pit road. But 2-tire stop for Jonathan Mazzella. But one guy did not take 2 tires. He still came off second place. Chase Berry. Again, getting another spot on pit road. So we know that the fastest guy on pit road is, as we now cross 50 laps ago. Looks like the 4 machine has now repitted. Mazzella maybe thought other guys would take 2 tires with him, but nobody did, so he's going to be the only guy. Or either that, maybe just had a miss at pit stop, so he decided to get going instead of do that. But now this puts Chase Berry out in the race lead.
That's going to be interesting. If that's the case, man. Justin Wilson gonna be on that outside. He has to get a perfect start on the outside that we keep on pace with the 11 on the start. It's gonna be tough, but he can do it.
Yeah, damage and no damage. You mentioned it's a short track race. It may affect a little bit, but obviously won't affect him that badly. We're out here leading the race now, so I don't think it's hurt him that badly, of course. But Chase Berry has not gotten the greatest restart so far here tonight, but now he's in the control car, so that should help him out quite a bit here. Very interesting to see for sure how exactly this goes out. Oh! Gets hooked by Justin Wilson under a caution. I do not think that was intentional, but very close call, and a great sandwich. Chase Berry not to hit the outside wall right there. Not quite sure what exactly happened there. We'll have to figure out later on in the race, but I mean, poor Chase Berry is getting hit under caution and a green flag.
He's just getting hit everywhere.
Well, the pitch lights will go out this time. We got the 1 to green signal here. This guy's going to stack up to a fire once again. Just Wilson on the outside. Now, for the first time in this race, he's not in the race lead for a restart. So, very interesting for sure to see what he can do, not being the control car and being on a different lane. So, and don't be surprised if we see something nuts happen here. I have a feeling. Maybe some contact, and it may just involve Justin Wilson. I could be very easily wrong on that, but I have a feeling. If this car is in, ready to go green flag here. Chase Berry with a great restart on the inside.
Good start for Chase Berry, but Justin Wilson still keeping pace. It's also a really good counter start to that. And I see the 3 of Jim Ott gonna kind of mess up turn 2 there, so you're gonna lose a bit.
Oh, Chase Berry gets very sideways coming off turn 2. manages to save it. That's going to cost him first and maybe even second place here as he's trying to hold off Jim Mont. Looks like he'll take that spot back, but that pretty much ends his hopes of winning this race. Looks to get another caution as he's now already half second back after one lap after the restart.
Oh, yeah. That damage that he has is kind of came into play there.
Oh, hell, into the outside wall he goes off turn 4. I was really just kind of frustrated. Oh, he gets punted by the 3 of Jim Mont. I think we'll figure the award for the most damage on a race car. It'll be probably the 11 of Chase Berry. And pretty much none of it's been really his fault either. Got hit early on lap 2. That was the guy. Oh, and that's the wall again he goes, but again, got hit going to turn 1 of the very second lap of the race by CJ Gasker. Pretty much dumped by him. Got a lot of significant damage you see right now on his race car. And then gets hooked by Justin Wilson under caution. Gets hit by Jeffrey Meyer. Gets hit by Justin Wilson. Or just gets hit by Jim Mont. Excuse me. Just everybody, pretty much, wants a piece of this Lovin car.
Oh, yeah. Justin Wilson again, pretty much pulled away, pretty much set sail. Now Chase Berry knows that Jim Mont put the bumper to him. Chase Berry probably do the same thing back when he gets to the 3 car. So.
Yeah, I don't honestly think that was intentional. I think, honestly, Jim Mont just kind of shut the corner a bit, but it worked out for him to take that spot away. So we're going to see if this, if Chase Berry is going to return the favor or he's going to take the apology. But next time by will be 40 laps to go here from Richmond. So, and again, we're pretty sure these guys can make it on field the rest of the way. As they restarted about 10 laps ago, or about 6 or 7 laps ago, I believe, is when they restarted. So, can these guys go about 45 to 48 laps on field? That is the question. As Jonathan Vizella trying to hunt down Hilton Young for that 4th position after re-pitting there, and you know that actually makes me maybe wonder if it's going to come down to fuel mileage this race. With Jonathan Vizella coming back down pit road, of course, we saw him only take 2 tires to come off pit road first there, but kind of makes me question if he knows something we don't.
Hey.
I mean, remember he lost the race last week on fuel mileage. He's maybe trying to get revenge and pull off the victory here tonight on fuel mileage. But again, it's Richmond, so it's not that hard to save fuel here. To pretty much just put the clutch in and coast through these corners. That you're not going that fast. It's not really crucial to save fuel. And of course, you're gonna go like 2 or 3 laps down if you have the pit. So even if it is by a mere like 1 or 2 laps, it's not that hard to save it for these front runners. So I'm interested to see for sure how it all plays out, of course, but right now it looks like it's just Wilson's race to lose.
Oh, yeah. We probably do know they had to pit one more time, but the 4 pretty much make it pretty much a no stop from now. He's going to probably save his heart out to try to make it to the end of this race.
Next time by, we 35 laps to go for the 58 machine and Justin Wilson. Is now Ricardo Guzman. But I go another lap down here. I believe that is 3 down with our 5 machine.
And Justin Wilson pretty much is pulling away from over a 2-second lead.
2.5 second lead pretty much, but Jim Mott's not really gapped Chase Berry a whole lot. They pretty much stay consistently together as now the 3 machine works its way around the 5 machine. And then you have a bit of a gap back to 4th place down to the number 4 machine, Jonathan Mazzella. So, who's actually not that far ahead of Hilton Nunn in that 38. He's not that far ahead of the 58 Jeffrey Myers. So, then you got a pretty big gap back to the 13 machine and CJ Gates, along with the 88. Actually, 13 machine, excuse me, is one lap down and currently scored in 8th place. So, he's not in battling 88. Roy Atchison for that position. So, and I also just noticed that the one and only consistent Ford besides Kirk Stacer in this series is now turned into a Chevy driver. So, the Chevys are taking over in this series, but actually
Go for the extra speed, but it's not really there yet. Probably wait for that engine to arrive.
Yeah, we legitimately only have Chevys in this race.
Pretty much. He's waiting for the engine that Justin Wilson uses.
That makes sense. 30-second lead now for that 58 machine over Jim Mott. As now Leon under fire from Jeffrey Meyer. That 50 machine has his police lights in the front end. He wants the 38 to pull over. As now he's going to look down low and try to take that spot away from the 38 machine of Hilton Young. That will be for the top 5. So move the 50 machine up onto 5th on a scoring pylon. As got a pretty big gap back to Roy Atchison. He's still kind of battling with the 13 machine. He's not even battling with him on pace, or for position, I should say. So currently a 3.5 second lead for Jess Wilson. He's going to come around here and go onto lap 100. So next time by will be 25 laps to go. And again, the question is, will these guys have to make a pit stop for fuel, or can they make it to end the race? Oh, wreck! 13 machine and CJ Gates goes around, going into turn 3, I believe. No caution flag comes out. He's going to gather back up and keep the car pointing in the right direction. We'll take a look back at what happened to that 13 machine. I heard the tire squealing there as looks like he just got in the back of the 88 Roy Atchison and ended up turning himself sideways. Not quite sure how the 88 did not get sideways at all right there, but great job not to spin out right there. I'm going to go on board now with the 13 machine receiving, CJ Gates. And see Atchison, he got really tight off the corner. CJ Gates went to the inside of him. Actually got in the back of very lately. And then locked it up to keep him getting in the back of Atchison. Great job by CJ Gates not to get into the back of Atchison there, turn him around. And also great job not to spin himself out either. So, great job in there by both his drivers, especially CJ Gates. So, now keep this clean and green, which is definitely something that Justin Wilson wanted to see, as now he's actually going to put CJ Gates now 2 laps down. As only a couple laps, he'll be 20 laps to go. As he completes 1:03 this time by.
And Chase Berry is going down pit road.
This might spark some of the pit stops here again. We saw Jonathan Mazzella come back down pit road, expecting these guys to pit. And he's currently now in 3rd place. Does he have more fuel in his guys? Of course, Chase Berry short pitting probably here to try to take the advantage of tires and whatnot. It's just Wilson going to put him a lap down and move on to lap 105 here. So next time by will be 20 laps to go. So these guys all off the pit, and will the Ford machine make it on fuel? That is the question. Here goes Chase Wilson down pit road out of the race lead.
Smart call from him. No point stretching if you're in the lead and risk it because of the advantage of having fresh tires early. And Jim Mott will be our new race leader.
20 laps to go is on the scoring here, so this is a money stop, and that's what it comes down to it. So we see the 58 machine now rolling into his pit stall, so he's going to have a pretty clean pit stall entry right there. And he's just hoping for a good pit stop as Raj is a bit slow down in the front stretch, which happened to him, but Jim Mott continuing to stay out here, which is pointing good news for Jonathan Mazzella to maybe the fact that he can actually make it on fuel. That's the question. Can Jonathan Mazzella make it on fuel off of this kind of risky strategy? Is Jim Mott going to stay out for another lap here?
for being out back like how Jonathan was, he got to risk it, you know, to try to get that position that he wasn't at. He's pretty much fourth, so he's going to try to risk it here. No point not to. Chimad, though, it's a risky move staying out this long. He's losing a ton of time to Justin Wilson.
And Chase Berry, who was on the far behind him in third place before his pit stop cycle started. So this fresh tires will be a huge advantage to Chase Berry track time-wise. But the question is, will Jim Mott decide just to take a splash and go with something here to try to gain time on pit road, but lose time on track? That's the question. So he's going to work his way around the 13 machine, put him in on a lap down. That's CJ Gates, of course, but Jonathan Zella still staying out in second. Jeffrey Meyer in third, as you see Justin Wilson a lap behind Jonathan Zella right there. Is Jeffrey Meyer in fourth, and looks like, contact into the outside wall for Atchison. Maybe a bit of contact with him in the 38 machine. I couldn't quite tell, but the 8 machine going to go into the outside wall. He's currently scored in fourth place. Just Wilson, the first car to pit here, is now got a lot of lap traffic. Got the 3 machine Jim wants to deal with. Got the 5 machine gonna go another lap down here. Got the 88 Ryan, so he's gonna go a lap down at the 4th place. A lot of lap traffic to navigate through. That could be pretty risky for Jim Mott. He's gonna get around the 5 machine pretty easily. Now try to work his way. Contact between the 5 and the 3. And the 13 gets to the back of the 5. Now here goes Jim Mott to the inside of Ryan Atchison, try to put him a lap down. That would be 4th place now, 1 lap down. As Justin Wilson going to make a 3 wide off turn 4. He's hungry to try to get back and claw back to try to get his lap back here on pace. He's going to go around Ryan Atchison and CJ Gates. And he's now right behind the race leader Jim Mott, who still has yet to pit.
This is where the strategy is for sure for Jim Mott. He has to stay out no matter what now. If he pits, he's going to lose way more than just that first place. He'll be way back because of this strategy he's decided to do.
And he's made his
bet. Have gas, it's an amazing move, but if he doesn't have gas, well, then that was just not the brightest.
Meanwhile, Justin Wilson will go on by, get his lap back, so now the caution flag comes out. That'll move Justin Wilson into P number 1. Unless, of course, somebody stays out. But 11 laps to go here for Jim Mott. And number 3 machine, does he have enough gas to make it? And if not, that 4 machine, Jonathan Villa, probably does after he came back down pit road to top it off with fuel. So 10 laps to go. This time, Bow will be in the air for the number 3 machine, Jim Mott. He's made his bed, and he's added lay in it, as you mentioned, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Jonathan and Jim all and Roy and Jeff Meyer pretty much all play on that same bed.
Connor to grass is Ricardo Guzman on the front straightaway, struggling continuously here. She's barely going to get very sideways right there behind him. Great save by him not to bring the caution flag out.
If the caution before they come out, it would still help Jim Mott in them because they would have fresh tires, and it would be at that track position against with Justin. But we do have less than 10 laps to go.
Again, the caution flag comes out with 5 or less laps to go. That race will end under yellow, so that's not what Justin Wilson wants to see if he does not pick up the race lead in that amount of time. Is this time by will be 8 laps to go. This time by for Jim Mott. It's 4.5 seconds back is Jonathan Bozzella. I'm not sure if he lost time on pace because he was about 2.5 seconds back. Or maybe a little bit of fuel strategy going on here. I think he looks like he should be saving fuel. I can't quite tell. So does this mean...
I think he's saving gas.
Does this mean that Jim Mott's going to run out of gas? Or what's going to happen here?
I don't know. We take a look at the... Oh. He was going 140 that time on the straightaway, the 4. As you see, Jim Mott, he's going about pretty much the same.
Here's Jim Mott down the road. Coming up to just 6 laps to go. Jim Mott will forfeit the race lead over to Jonathan Bozzella, who lost last week on fuel mileage. And he's not going to try to come back and win this race on fuel mileage. Just 6 laps to go. He now inherits the race lead for the first time here tonight.
He is backing down a lot in the corners. He might have enough, but it's going to be close.
Justin Wilson just now entering turn 1, and that 4 machine is exiting turn 4, so he's a huge advantage right now. 5 laps to go. If the caution flag comes out, that'll end the race for Jonathan Bozzella. And will pick up the victory. Again, lost last week on fuel mileage. Looking to try to come back and win this one on fuel mileage. This is Jeffrey Meyer. Currently in second. He's the beneficiary of the fuel mileage victory last week at Las Vegas. Just Wilson moved himself up into third on pace even after pitting 10 seconds back. So it's going to be mighty close for the Ford machine of John Flazzella. As now Chase Berry has actually moved up to fourth place. He's getting around Jim Mott there. After Jim Mott couldn't make enough fuel. This time by will be 3 laps to go for number 4 machine of Jonathan Mazzella.
It's getting close. You only have 3 laps to go.
He's backing
Does he
enough.
have enough?
He's backing it off drastically. He's really trying to save fuel in that 4 machine. He knows he's close on fuel. We saw this at Indianapolis. He wasn't really able to make it because he pitted it too early by accident after being the dominant car. He had to back way off, but he still managed to hold on to it. 2 laps to go here from Richmond. He's clutching and coasting. He's coasting halfway to the front straightaway. He knows it's going to be very close, and he has big enough lead to do this. He's plenty
he
good.
Can't save too much because Justin Wilson right there coming behind him is only 6 seconds back. Justin Wilson's right there. He can't save too much.
1 lap to go from Richmond. I don't think it's going to matter too much as long as his 4 machine has enough in the tank. He's pretty much good to go from here on out.
I don't know. Justin Wilson just passed that line, and is only 4 seconds back. He can gain it all that time.
Dobby Sherry for the final time for Jonathan Mazzella. Can make it through 3 and 4. Looks like he'll have it. He goes from here. Jonathan Mazzella picking the victory here on Richmond on fuel mileage, and it looks like he's running out of gas coming across the line.
Justin Wilson had that win stolen from him from fuel mileage. Pretty much what happened last week.
Jonathan
That's
Mazzella.
very disappointing. Chase Berry finished in 3rd. Jim Mott will finish in 4th.
It's like
it looks like
Jonathan Mazzella picked up tips last week on the fuel mileage. Did exactly what happened to him last week. They stole a victory from him. Now he's going to steal a victory here tonight in the exact same fashion.
And also Jeff Meyer also went down there during that stint. He's going to round out 7th. Roy's got another solid top 5.
And unfortunately, no fuel left in the tank, I think, for that 4 machine. I'm doing the celebratory donuts, but that's probably the least of his worries. He was very close on fuel there at the end.
1 more lap, and Justin Wilson would have caught him. A disappointing heartbreak for Justin Wilson. Dominant car all race. Just gets taken out by a beautiful fuel mileage save. Great race.
Well, we get interviews and post-race coverage started here. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Don't worry, right back.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
So start ignition, count to zero. I just want to be a superhero.
Michael live here to Richmond, race number 25, Motorsports for Xfinity Series in the books here. Short track racing under the lights now. Post race coverage starts here to get we're in here with the top 3 finishers. First up, Chase Berry, driver number 11, Lego Chevrolet. And I'm going to bring him in the brackets with you. Chase Berry, got a copy.
Yeah.
So Chase Berry, you pick up a 3rd place finish. It's a very up and down night for you. You start off getting turned pretty much on lap 2. Short track tempers flared pretty early for you and Susie Gates there. But you managed to rebound. Nevertheless, the damage got kind of beat around pretty much all night long. Even under caution, you got hooked there with Justin Wilson. But you came out with a solid 3rd place finish here tonight. I got the lead off pit road there in the last caution. But unfortunately for you, looks like you're going to lose off turn 2. Going to hinder your chances there winning the race. But again, solid 3rd place finish, even with all the strategy there at the end. Just stuck with your race and how you managed to recover back to 3rd.
Yeah, that pissed off. Like, I know I didn't have Justin. My car was too beat up to even stay out front. They were just pulling me. Did a little pit strategy. Pitted early to get 2 right side tires and hopefully I can jump out in front of Jim and then Mozzarella. I just call him Mozzarella. But yeah, good for him for doing strategy and all that good stuff. Yeah, not all excited because it's kind of aggravated because like 2 weeks in a row I've been hit by CJ.
Yeah, and obviously, early on in the race, definitely not something you wanted to see, of course. Getting tore up on that early in the race, but nevertheless, you managed to rebound. Nevertheless, the damage for the most part. Any sponsors, thank you. Shout out to my give you to bring you home to a podium finish.
Yeah, I mean, just stayed at it, and congrats, Mozzarella for winning and saving fuel. Congrats Justin for getting married. I don't know if he's gonna be able to make it or not tonight. If he doesn't, then congrats to him and all that good stuff. But yeah, it was up and down for sure.
Alrighty, appreciate your time there, Chase. Congratulations on 3rd, and have a good night.
Thank you.
That was your 3rd place finisher tonight, Chase Berry, driver the number 11 Chevrolet there, but I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. There we go. It looks like, unfortunately, we did not just Wilson to do an interview with our 2nd place finisher. However, we will interview our race winner here tonight a little bit early, Jonathan Zilla. We're going to rock us with now. Jonathan Zilla, got a copy.
Yes, sir, I do.
Got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got a copy.
Well, Jonathan, you pick up the race victory here tonight on fuel mileage. You got stolen the victory last night, and you come back to steal the victory here tonight at Richmond. So you come out on top of leading only 7 laps there, which was the last 7 laps there, pretty much. Jim Mont tried to make it on field, but couldn't quite do it. Your only car to do it successfully, make it on field all the way to the end. Pretty much parallel to last week, except an opposite rules, I guess you could say. So you managed to pick up the victory here tonight. Stuck with your race there and how your strategy paid off.
Can you believe that? I mean, I got beat last week with the same thing, so I took some notes, and I'm terrible at Richmond, so I knew I wasn't going to beat Justin, and that was my only choice. So I had to make it work. I double pitted, saved a lot of fuel, and it actually worked for me. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I definitely say you learned from last week, and you again dominant car last week. You ended up coming 3rd because Jeffrey Roy made it on fuel, and you like I said, took notes and made it work here tonight. Sealing victory for Justin Wilson. So it was pretty ironic and pretty funny there, of course. But a great job of you, of course, picking the victory here, fuel mileage or not. Just it was, as you mentioned. You were kind of struggling much of the night. Top 5 car, of course, but not the dominant we've mostly seen you here the last 3 weeks or so. So a kind of off week for you, but you still managed to come out of nowhere here and at the end of the race, pull the strategy off to make it work, to put you in victory lane here tonight. Just stuck with a lot of aggressive racing. We saw kind of early on, a lot of contact and a couple of cautions. Not stage cautions, of course. A couple of cautions there in the beginning. It looks like you pretty much finished with a clean race car. We saw a lot of aggressive races. Talk about how that kind of affected you early on. What was going through your mind there in the start of the race?
Well, that first stage, that was everything I had. I decided to be aggressive. I think I went from like fifth to second and just a couple laps, and that was all I had. And I still couldn't catch Justin, so I figured I had to figure something else out because it wasn't going to work. So ended up making something else work, and it got a W.
Well, I'm not quite sure what exactly next week is. Of course, real life the schedule is the Roval, but it's obviously not yet in iRacing. So I believe we're going to the Charlotte Oval. So another mile and a half. You won at Darlington, very unique mile and a half, but you also won at Atlanta way back when, second race of the season. Very similar track to Charlotte D Oval. Talk about your thoughts going into that race as you move on and try to go back to back here.
I really like the Xfinity cars at mile and a half. They kind of suit my driving style of slow in, fast out. So this track here did not suit that at all, and I'm actually looking forward to Charlotte next week.
Alrighty, well, any sponsors, thank you, shows. We'll give you a bar to victory lane tonight.
Just want to thank Atchison Motorsports, yourself for broadcasting every weekend, and just appreciate good racing, man.
Alrighty, well, congratulations on the victory here, Jonathan, and have a good night.
Thanks, sir. You too.
That was your race winner tonight, Jonathan Zella, in the number 4 machine, but finishing back in 5th place here, 11 lap, staying out there in one of those cautions. But nevertheless, he wants a word with us. We going to Rochester. Back booth now. Got a copy of that, Roy?
Got you, buddy.
Well, after I saw a top 5 finish for you here tonight, look at you struggled much of the night, got a lot of damage on the radiator machine, but you come home again with a solid top 5 finish here tonight. I'm not quite sure if you made enough fuel or not. My apologies there. I wasn't quite looking. But definitely very interesting. You saw you and Jeffrey Marpole the victory last week, once you finished victory last week at Las Vegas. Then Jonathan Zell returns to here, but still a victory here tonight at Richmond. But again, a nice finish for you here tonight with a solid 5th place finish and a consistent run for you. Just talk about your race and everything else.
Yeah, just at the beginning, I got caught up in that accident, and then just I guess the 5 didn't know I was there, and we kind of tangled a couple times, and then I noticed after the last stage that the 50 machine didn't go down to go pit road, but I did on 2 to go. I was going to go down 2 to go, and I noticed he didn't, so I thought we could make it, and then luckily I had my assistant over here hitting the F2 button to let me see how much fuel I had, and I noticed I needed to start saving fuel, and I saved fuel. Well, I was hoping for a little bit better finish, but all in all, it was a good race. Beat up machine, but all in all, still in it. Just want to wish my wife a happy birthday coming up. It is Sunday. I'm hoping to make Sunday's race. If not, then I won't be here. But other than that, just all in all, and I want to congratulate Jonathan for his win. He's been busting his butt all year for coming back and just winning races now.
Yeah, certainly, and we look forward to next week. We're headed to Charlotte. He said that's one of his favorite tracks. He likes the mountain hats here in Xfinity cars, so I'm sure the field's going to be pretty threatened by that. But looking forward to next week. What are your thoughts on Charlotte?
I like Charlotte. It's greasy sometimes, and it's at night, so a lot of these guys are not going to like it. But hey, it's a fast track, and I'm excited about being at Charlotte and see what happens.
Alrighty, well, any shout-outs, sponsors, things you want to give here to bar to your top 5 finish here tonight?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my wife, Paparazzi Jewelry, for putting on this league this year, and they can continue on to next year. So that's a good thing. Just want to suicide awareness, just let everybody aware. It's out there, and and just watch for signs, and want to thank all our soldiers for serving, and all our first responders. All the hurricanes going around all around the world. Um, I just want to thank everybody on this machine, that's and you guys for broadcasting and everything, and we'll see you next weekend.
Yeah, certainly. And also add on to that, I might as well come out here and say next season we'll be broadcasting the Atchison Motorsports Cup Series. I'm not sure if that's the exact name of it, but we'll be broadcasting the Cup cars next year for 36 races, so a full Cup Series season there. That starts January 21st, am I correct on that?
Yeah, the LS1 machines are going to be out there. Some of these guys that don't buy it, they're going to regret it. But those LS1 cars, they handle real sweet. It's real loose, but then it's got to save tires. That's what it comes down to, man.
Yeah, certainly, and so make sure you check that out starting in January, season 2 of the Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series League as a whole. So thank you for your time here, Roy, and have a good night.
Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Steve. I'll see you guys later.
Alright, that was your league on there, Roy. Just coming home in a P5 position here tonight, but certainly a good finish for him consistently. Back-to-back top 5s now, so pretty good run for him. And then at Radiant Machine, I'll take a look here through your results top to bottom. So, pick a director here, once again, Jonathan Vizella has won now 3 out of the last 4 races. He'll pick a director here tonight. Jess Wilson gets first victory stolen from him after dominating this race and coming home in second place. And, of course, we kind of quick interview with him as we heard. I guess he got married, so congratulations to him, of course, on the marriage. But third place, Chase Berry. Fourth place, last car on lead lap, Jim Ott, Atchison. As we just talked to him, he's going to finish 5th, 1 lap down. The young sixth from our 7th. 8th place, CJ Gates, 2 laps down. 9th place, Ricardo Guzman, struggled all night and finishes 6 laps down. 10th place, Michael De La Stella, wrecked there pretty early on. He'll finish in 10th place, 113 laps down. So thank you guys so much for watching here tonight. The Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series. Make sure, again, Tuesday night, if all goes well, we'll be broadcasting the TBR Truck Series from Motorsport. So the first road course of the season for them. So again, if all goes well there, we'll be broadcasting that. Of course, Saturday night Bonehead Racing League once again. We'll be broadcasting their track is still up in the air. I'm pretty sure as to what, or I should have the back. It'll be the All-Star race. Make sure you come and watch the All-Star race Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, as always. The Bonehead, and then of course next week, Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series headed to Charlotte. So I believe now we have back-to-back Charlotte races on Saturday and Sunday night. So make sure, again, you come out and watch that next week as these guys continue to roll on here in the chase and get close to the end of the season. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight's broadcast. Hope you enjoyed, and LCTV signing out.
Peace.